It was kind of like a take on, it's my personal story to tell, my personal upbringing, what I'm influenced by. It's also my quest to like learn more about my culture too, especially like just, greatest memory is flavor, is taste, right? So like what flavors I grew up on and what I still haven't had, which is surprising. And how do I kind of pair that with the rich array of produce I get to be surrounded with every year? You get the nice seasons here in California, so there's a rich variety of produce and vegetables and ingredients I get to play around with.
Chef Eugene, hello and welcome to Sojanelle.
Hello.
Thank you for making time for us.
Yes.
There's a connection here because one of our videographers that work for Sojanelle TV is a cousin of Chef Eugene, and he was the one that introduced you to us as the owner and founder of Baryo. For those who are not familiar, what is Baryo?
Baryo is my take on Southeast Asian cuisine, growing up Filipino, and what does that look like in the landscape of Southern California, so definitely influenced by California cuisine, the rich variety of cultures that I get to grow up with, and what does that look like, what does that taste like.
Right, but this journey in culinary is also something rich, I would imagine, for you, because especially being raised by immigrant Filipino parents, where we know a lot of us are pushed to get into nursing or get into specific fields, right?
Yeah.
What was that like for you, this journey, and how was that accepted by family?
Yeah, I mean, that journey still continues for sure. I still get, my mom's always telling me that the LAPD is still hiring or it's not too late to get into nursing. For sure, my mom's always like,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Always looking out for my well-being because
Yes.
she just knows how hard it is to work in the kitchen and restaurants. I got into culinary, at first kind of out of necessity because my parents worked, 12-hour days.
Okay.
My mom, for as long as I can remember, always worked 2 jobs. The IRS during the day, and she was at the post office till 10 o'clock at night, and she would commute by train. And my dad was he was a mail carrier, so he was there for 30 plus years. He worked all day. So it was out of necessity, growing up with an older sister and younger brother, and just trying to do my part to feed the family. And it clicked, it got fun. But as a career choice, as I got older after high school, it wasn't even a thought. It was like later on that, I'll just give this a shot, try culinary school.
What pushed you to do it? Because it is also okay to be comfortable, to go into a path where there's a career, where there's a specific path for you to walk on. But culinary, it's exciting, it's adventurous, but a part of that is also, I would say that it's not necessarily a straight path. It's not necessarily a stable path.
Oh yeah, there's so much uncertainty and instability, and the overworked, underpaid mentality of just going into that. But I think just I grew up being the middle child, so I was always like the rebellious one. So I think maybe that pushed me more so that I could do this, and kind of just prove my parents wrong, or show them that this is also an avenue where I could find happiness and success, and kind of show them that their hard work did pay off, because now it kind of transcended in me, and I get to share the reason why they came here to the States, for opportunity.
How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, maybe close to 20 years.
20 years,
yeah,
right.
Like,
in those 20 years, was there ever a time when you said, I'll give up? Or are there times? Every day?
Every day, yeah.
Okay, and what reels you back in?
I mean, I have, obligations now, the staff. I just love restaurants. I love what it means to people. I get to see smiles on people's faces, when they come into a place like this, eat the food that we make, the people that you employ and your staff, their well-being, and create the opportunity to create more opportunity. I think that's like an area that I get to see now and want to like amplify.
It is the holiday season. In fact, in just a few days, we are going to be celebrating Christmas. So let me greet you all. Merry Christmas to everyone. Maligayang Pasko po sa inyong lahat. But you know what? It's not just a season to celebrate. We are also celebrating culture, and we're celebrating art, we're celebrating culinary, we're celebrating our chef, Eugene Santiago, who has been in his culinary journey for 20 years now and has found a home here at the compound in Long Beach, California. Here's the continuation of his story. Union compound is beautiful. How did you stumble upon this partnership?
It was through some community work. I was working with a local farm here. It was during the pandemic. I was using her produce that she grows locally here in Long Beach, Farm Lot 59. It's run by Sasha, a good friend. But we were taking her produce and then making 100 meals and then donating it to a women's and children's shelter here in Long Beach. And that was kind of what got us on the radar for the owners here at Union, and was just interested in the community work that we were doing with that, and thought that it would be a good fit for Union. So.
And it looks like it has been a good fit for you.
Yeah.
How old is this partnership?
It's only a year in the making. Well, actually, not even a year. It'll be a year in January.
And you have done several pop-ups already? How many pop-ups?
For the Chef Dinner series,
yes.
Yeah. This will be our third one tomorrow, actually.
Okay, right.
But because it is like an art-driven space, like community center, it's one kind of avenue where we want to explore with the culinary arts of things, of who and what we can collaborate with to create a dinner experience for the community.
Right. And so what are some of those memorable experiences, memorable dishes that you've served in those pop-ups? Just to get our audience jealous.
Yeah, I know.
Or interested.
Well, like the first one was a local farmer, actually, Long Beach mushrooms, that they're just up the street here, less than a mile away, and they grow up to a dozen varieties of mushrooms indoors. So that was the first one that kicked it off, and then the second one was just in October to celebrate Film History Month, where we did a kamayan, and we introduced people who just weren't familiar with that style of eating, and I think that was like really special to share that part of my culture with people, and especially the staff who's not
Filipino, right, yeah.
And they get to just experience something that they never thought that they would get the opportunity to try, so.
For this particular pop-up, you are featuring a fusion of Columbian and South Asian. What does that like? I can't even imagine, but I know that's going to be good.
Yeah, that's with Chef Carlos of Selva here in Long Beach. They're just down the street. He's been a really talented chef, and a real joy to create this dinner with them. But you always see through lines with any culture, right? If you just peel it back, it's like an onion. You peel it back, and the through line there is there's a lot of Spanish influence, and I think that's where we could take again, very foundational, whether it be flavors or techniques, and then kind of develop dishes on our own,
Right.
So one dish that in particular, queso de bola, which is, 'tis the season.
Yes.
And he's taking some arribas and kind of incorporating the cheese in that.
Yum. Yeah.
So we'll be serving that with some embutido. And some soft egg, kind of treat it like this, almost kind of like a charcuterie board almost.
Okay.
Where you get the bread, the cheese, get a nice,
All right, I'm getting
sausage.
hungry.
Yeah.
But you did mention the season. It is the season for queso de bola and for all that stuff. I imagine that holiday feasts with you present in the family is such a blessing for your family members. What are your go-to dishes for Christmas?
Go-to dishes for Christmas would probably be anything like large format, whether it be like a cebuchon or maybe like a prime rib, but anything to feed like a large family. We have big family gatherings, so.
All the titos and titas, lolos, lolas, right? Kuya and ate. How are you celebrating Christmas this year?
Christmas now, as I get older, I appreciate silence.
Peace.
Yeah, and those are times where you could just, really take back and then, be grateful for, especially it being the end of the year, you can kind of look back at the previous,
Yes.
the past year, and and just reflect on where the year's taking you, where it's going. So it's really a time to be, just be in your own thoughts, be with your close loved ones. I'm newly engaged, so it's something that, we like to sneak away out of town, get away from the busyness, disconnect. So it's those moments that I really look forward to come Christmas time.
Right.
I still get to see my family, of course, because I will never hear the end of it from my mom.
It's Filipino family, yes.
Or just blowing up my phone call. So we like to go where there's no cell reception.
Right.
Purposely.
Yes. I have some tips for you later.
Oh,
but,
yes.
but looking into the new year and also looking forward into the future, what more can your fans expect from you, or those that are just getting introduced to you now through the show?
Oh, wow, fans. I have fans now.
Yes, you do.
I mean, it is just, this past year has definitely shown a lot of growth of where we started and where we are now. And just by that, I think it shows more opportunity that presented itself, because now we have a solid foundation to kind of grow on. But it is really more community-driven events, I believe, is what the direction we're going to go towards, and how we could implement what I do, the food side, and kind of help activate, just the area. Long Beach is a very diverse and community-driven city, and it's really cool to share what we do best with the city of Long Beach.
Maybe collabs too with other Filipino-owned establishments or brands?
Oh, for sure,
Is that in the works?
Yeah. I mean, the last Kamayan, we collaborated with Jame. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they made the dessert portion of the Kamayan.
Ooh, I love that. We have yet to feature Jame, but Jame also has a very inspiring story.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And speaking of inspiration, what we always do here on the show is to highlight some of those pieces of advice or words of wisdom that you can impart to our viewers. You've been through a lot on your journey, and is there something that I think you may want to share that people can draw from?
I think through my journey, my particular journey, personal journey, I think, we all have a story to tell, right? And that's what separates us from pretty much everyone. And I think if we could hone in on that and incorporate what makes us, then I think that sets everyone up for a direction and a journey that they could take. Yeah, just don't listen to the noise, keep the blinders on.
Yes.
And just, I think that's the opportunity where tunnel vision is super important, and just hold on to the goals, hold on to the dreams, and just work hard.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. I know that this was a good conversation, but even more delicious meal.
Yes.
From the stuff that you will prepare for us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's really cool to do this collaboration, to kind of see these through lines with our cuisine and how it translates with Chef Carlos being Columbian. It's really exciting, really cool, really interesting and fun. So I hope you guys get to enjoy it this evening.